I think what I'll do is just scoop a little bit off the top of the ice cream. Just have a bite or two. Put it back. But you know, now the top of the ice cream's not even anymore. Just scrape it so it's all even. Yeah? I'm so glad it's not just me that does stuff like that. Isn't it sort of funny that if we paid for it, we feel like we have to eat it all? And if it's free, we have to eat it all? They eat when they're hungry. They stop when they're satisfied. Apparently, nobody told them that there are starving children somewhere. I can remember when I was doing a lot of dieting. I'd wake up in the morning, I wonder what I'm going to eat for dinner.
Michelle gets it. That's the bottom line. She gets it. And what she gave to me means that I can get it now. And so I'm just really excited and stoked to get started with it.
For about 20 years, I was on one diet after another, and so many people can relate to that. During that same time period, I went to high school, I went to college, I went to medical school, I became a family doctor, started a family of my own, but I had this little secret. People didn't know about it, but a lot of that time, I hated my body and I was struggling. I was completely struggling, at war with food and my weight. And through my practice, I saw so many patients with the same issues. They were having just as much trouble as I was. Didn't make me feel any better. I felt like it was hopeless. But I figured anybody that could go to medical school could eventually lick this thing. So I dieted, and I dieted, and I dieted. And I broke my diets, and I broke my diets, and I broke my diets. How many have been in this place? So you know what I'm talking about. I don't know why it took me so long, but one day I thought, if I had had to go to medical school this many times, somebody would have said, stop. So I did. I stopped. And I have not dieted for the last 7 years. I've been managing my weight the way that so many people do in this world, but we don't talk about that. We're going to talk about that. How many of you want to hear how to manage your weight without dieting? How many of you would love to be able to eat the foods you love without guilt? How many of you would love to eat those foods without binging? Yes. That's the kind of thing that we're going to learn here today. So we don't eat just for negative emotions. We eat for every emotion. You know, it's instinctive for us to celebrate with food, and you would be hard-pressed to find a culture that does not use food in some way to celebrate one another, to have fun, to be joyful, to love people. That's very common in many, many cultures. It's not abnormal. It's not a problem until it becomes the main way that we comfort ourselves or entertain ourselves. You know what I'm talking about? That's when it becomes a problem. If we're eating because we're stressed, bored, lonely, tired, angry, mad, sad, glad, happy, what do we eat? Of course, that's when I go place a little fresh salmon on the grill. No? No. No. So what do we eat when we're sad, mad, glad? Chocolate, cookies, fat, chips, whatever's easy, whatever you can get to quickly, whatever you happen to be driving by, whatever's still left on your children's plates. Yes? Yes. So when we're eating for external cues, we're going to choose whatever meets that particular need.
I've gotten so much good information that I'm going to just start practicing the steps that I learned, and I'm very excited about it.
Tend to view exercise as punishment for overeating. We taught them that, didn't we? We taught them that. Calorie charts. How many calories will you burn in 30 minutes of exercise?
Not enough.
Not enough. Thank you. Here's me, right? I told you I was a recovered yo-yo dieter. I would look at one of those charts and I would think, okay, if I walk for 30 minutes, I'll burn 200 calories. Oh my God, I just ate 1,600 calories in that package of Oreos. I'll have to walk to Cincinnati. I'm not doing it, right? When you set yourself up On the south rim of the Grand Canyon, where you've been physically inactive, haven't been doing much at all, and somebody says to you, you see the north rim of the Grand Canyon over there? That's where I want you to be. And what I'd like you to do is really take a running leap and get there. We've done this, right? We are such good patients. We go, okay. We back up, take a running start, and run as fast as we can toward the south edge of the Grand Canyon. Right? Crash. Oh, couldn't do it. I'm so out of shape. No self-control. I'm too busy. I don't have energy. And so eventually we climb back out of the Grand Canyon on the south side. We're still exactly where we started from. You know what I'm talking about, right? So we climb back out on the same exact time, on the same exact side. Then we have a medical problem or an event coming up, and we decide we're going to do it again. We somehow forgot about hitting the bottom of the canyon the last time, and we do exactly the same thing over and over again until we prove to ourselves that we're not capable of exercising. I hate it. I never will. I just don't like it. How about instead we build a little bridge over to the north side, one plank at a time? That might be where I want to be, but I'm not getting there by taking a running leap. I'm going to get there by taking one step at a time.
Really positive, upbeat, and looking at things in a very realistic way instead of trying to create something that won't work. It sets people up for success instead of failure.
It's kind of funny to think about it this way. But do you wake up in the morning and say to yourself, I wonder if I'll get to go to the bathroom today? I wonder if there'll be a lot of tempting bathrooms I might want to try. If everybody else goes to the bathroom, will I be able to resist? It's really silly. We trust our bodies to tell us when we need to go to the bathroom. Why can't we trust our bodies to tell us when to eat?
Very dynamic. Absolutely different from the rule book dieting. And this is a change your lifestyle, change your life kind of work. It's not a rule book. So very dynamic, something really deep for me to think about and quite mind-blowing.
I want you to remember that eating is about fueling living. So a big part of this process is to go out and live your life. Stop dieting, start living. Because when you're focused on food, when you're focused on your weight, when you're focused on dieting, when you're focused on losing weight, you are not focusing on living your life. When you focus on living your life, your weight management will become natural. It will become part of the process.
I thought the program was excellent, lots of very, very good information, and I'm very excited about all the possibilities.